guys, in this question, I'm going to show you how to calculate the surface area of a sphere when you are only provided with the volume. So in this question, the given volume is 33.51 centimeters cubed. And so first I'm going to write down my volume formula. So volume formula is 4/3 pi radius cubed. Since I know I'm also going to need to find surface area, I'm going to write the surface area formula over here, which is 4 pi r squared. And so now that I have both formulas, I notice they both have the radius in common. So if I can solve this volume formula for radius, since I know what the volume is, I can then plug in the radius over here, so I have the surface area. So I'm going to set this whole formula equal to 33.51, since that was the volume provided. And I need to isolate r. I need to get that variable alone so I can figure out what radius equals. So to start, right now I'm multiplying by both pi and 4/3. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4/3 pi, using my opposite operations to get r alone. And what you do to one side, you do the other. So I'm doing that on both sides of my equal sign. Let's pull up our calculator. I'm going to take that volume of 33.51 and I'm going to divide by the 4/3 pi. And I get 7.99 repeating, so that's just about 8. So I'm going to say, since these divided to 1 left me with r cubed equals just about 8. So now I just need to find r. So I have to do the opposite of cubing. Well, think about how the opposite of the square root, or the opposite of squaring is the square root. The opposite of cubing is the cube root. So in my calculator, I'm going to do the cube root of 8 to see what my radius is. Well, to do that, next to the square root symbol, we're going to click on this symbol with the n. And this time I can turn this into a cube root by placing a 3 outside of that symbol. And then inside, I'm going to place the 8. So I'm doing cube root of 8. And I get 2 for my radius. So my radius is equal to 2. Now that we've worked backwards and solved for radius, we can now solve for our surface area. So I'm going to plug in that radius, 4 times pi times my radius of 2 squared. 2 times 2, which is 2 squared, is 4. And 4 times 4 is 16 pi. If I was asked to leave this in terms of pi, I'd be done. But let's go ahead and enter it into our calculator to get our full answer, not in terms of pi. And so I type 16 pi, and I get the full surface area of 50.27 if I round with that 5 after the 6. So 50.27. My units were centimeters, and it's squared because that was surface area we just calculated.